What is going on, everybody? I'm going to give you a sneak peek inside my brand new algorithm course. This new algorithm beats 100 shoes in a row. It is completely insane. My best creation so far. Now, I don't want this available to the public, so I've blurred some parts of the video to ensure that the secrets do not get revealed. The unblurred version, along with full explanations, will be available inside my course. And without any further ado, here is the video. Enjoy. The most insane algorithm I have come up with. I've tested this on 1,000 shoes, and I know 1,000 shoes when you're running computer simulations is not a lot, but for me and you, humans, it's a lot of shoes. And let me tell you, the numbers are mind-blowing. I've set the unit size to $1, aiming for a win goal of $100. All 1,000 shoes got to the $100 win goal. But hold on, I don't think you're impressed yet, because what about the drawdown? The biggest drawdown when testing did not go below a $500 bankroll, which is completely insane. Now, I know eventually it can happen, but as of yet, it has not gone below minus $500. This algorithm has a secret bet selection and a secret money management betting strategy, which I don't want public. It doesn't lose to the generic long streak of banker or player, or a long streak of chops, anything like that. It does not lose to. You know what? How about I talk less and actually show you the algorithm? Let me go to YouTube. I'm going to pull up one of those random shoe generators on YouTube. Hold on. Baccarat shoes. Let's see. Okay. 100 random shoes. Let's go with this one. All right, so 100 random shoes on YouTube. Now, before I start recording these, let me just give you an idea of what you're seeing on this spreadsheet. So we're mainly going to be looking at this cell here, and this cell where it says highest, and this one where it says lowest, as well as where to place our bets, this box right over here. Okay, so the highest simply means that for this session, $104 was the highest profit made. And the lowest, again, the biggest drawdown of your session. So minus $59. All right, let's scroll a little bit here. These are the wins and losses adding up automatically. Okay, so minus 59. Right here, biggest drawdown was right here. Okay. And then as we keep scrolling, there it is, 104. And when I was running the tests, it hits $100 within 2 to 3 shoes. Most of the time, it needs 2 shoes to get there. On occasion, it'll need a 3rd shoe. Okay, let me clear. I'm going to show you how it looks like when you're placing a bet. Okay, so I'm going to just enter in some random hands here. Okay, so here where it says bet, very easy. If this lights up red, we're placing $1 on banker. If it lights up blue, we're placing $1 on player, or whatever the amount is. Okay, now if the next bet is banker, which it is here, and a banker comes, this cell over here should give us a plus or minus depending on if we win the bet. So if it is banker, we should see a +1 over here since the bet is $1 on banker. So look. All right, there you go. This is how you keep track of your profits and losses. It does it automatically. So there's no bet for the next hand. Let's just say it's player. All right, another bet on banker. So far, this box displays what we are currently at, +1 unit. If we lose the next bet is $1 on banker, but let's say player comes, you can see that the $1 goes back down to 0, so it keeps track for you. All right. Next bet is banker. Let's say banker wins. +1. Next bet is $4 on blue, which means player. Let's say we win that one. So this $1 should go to 5. All right. See? So I just want to show you that this is accurate before I enter in these random hands on YouTube. Okay. So you don't need to know what the secret bet selection is or how this is generating the bet amount. Okay, I don't want it out in the public, but you don't need to know because this will tell you what you need to bet on. That's all you really need to know, right? Okay, so let's clear. And here's what we're gonna do. Let me enter in win and then highest loss. Let's fix this. Okay, so I'm going to enter in these random shoes on YouTube and until we get to our $100 win goal. When we do, we'll enter it in here so you guys can keep track. And for this section, I'm going to enter in the highest drawdown so you guys have an idea of what bankroll you need to play this algorithm. All right. So this will be the biggest drawdown and we'll keep track of how many times we get to the $100 win goal. Sounds fair? Okay, here we go. Let's skip ahead here. Shoe number 1. Okay, it looks like it stopped there. So this is shoe number 1. I'm going to enter in everything, so I have to concentrate. Okay, I'm pretty confident about this algorithm. I hope it works out. So let me go ahead and enter in all the hands. If you want to pause and see if I'm entering in the hands correctly, you can do that. But I can assure you, my attention to detail is very high. I will enter the hands in correctly. All right, so shoe number 1, here we go. All right, that is shoe number 1. Highest profit was $18. Our biggest drawdown was $71, and we're currently sitting at minus $67. Next bet is $25 on player. So that is shoe number 1. Like I said, most of the time it needs 2 shoes to get to the win goal. On occasion, 3 shoes. So, all right, let's go to shoe number 2. Actually, I'm gonna type in a 2 here so you guys know where shoe number 2 started from in case you want to keep track. So I'm gonna skip this YouTube video. Here's shoe number 2. Let's go to the end. Oops, too far. Okay, I think that was it. Okay, shoe number 2. All right. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna enter in shoe number 2. And I just noticed the highest amount was $101. And I stopped right over here. So this is the player streak of 6 right here. And then banker. And then a 4 streak on player. So I stopped column 63. You can see right there. Look at that. It got to the win goal. Right? So check this out. Our biggest drawdown was minus $92. And that was, let's see. Where is the, oh, right here, $92. So right at the beginning of shoe number 2, we hit the biggest drawdown, but then look at this, it just recovers. I'm not sure exactly why this works so well, but There you go. We hit the $100 right here. So here's what we'll do. We won 100. I know it's 101, but I'm just going to type in 100 to keep it simple. Highest drawdown so far, this is our first session, is minus 92. So if our next session goes below minus 92, we will update this cell so you guys can see what the biggest drawdown is. That way you'll know what type of bankroll you need. All right. So we're going to go on to the next shoe to keep things nice and simple. So I'm going to clear. Let's go to shoe number 3. So you see it took 2 shoes to get to the win goal. Most of the time that will happen. And then, like I said, on occasion it will need a 3rd shoe. All right, shoe 3. Okay, that is shoe 3. I'm going to concentrate and enter in everything. Okay, that is shoe 3. Where are we? So highest profit was $73. Biggest drawdown only minus $5. We are currently sitting at $52, and the next bet is $5 on player. So the next shoe will be shoe number 4. All right, I'm gonna type in 4. All right, let's skip forward here. The YouTube video. Remember, I'm going to keep going until we get to the $100 win goal or close to it. All right, looks like it stopped right there. So shoe number 4, here we go. Starts with player. Oh, I just noticed, I looked up. I didn't want to lose focus. So we hit $104. And biggest drawdown was minus 5. You see this, guys? Insane, right? So we're not going to update this cell because minus 92 was lower than minus 5, obviously. We're going to add another 100. Okay, very nice. So I'm going to clear, and let's move on to the next shoe. This video has 100 shoes, so really nice. I don't want to cherry pick the shoes. I'm going to show you. I'm going to keep going until I get tired. I want you guys to really see this algorithm. It is insane. All right, shoe 5 looks like it stops there. And it has a long banker streak of 9. But like I said, it doesn't lose to anything generic, like a long streak of banker or player, long chops, long terrible 2s. Nothing like that. Wow, we're currently sitting at neutral, 0. Next bet is $12 on banker. Highest profit was $40. Biggest drawdown, minus 51. All right, next shoe is shoe number 6. Let's go here. All right, I'm going to skip forward. Shoe 6. Wow, another long banker streak. How many is that? Holy smokes. Hold on, I'm going to wait until the shoe finishes, and then I'll pause the video. All right, right there. So that's 15 bankers in a row. Let's see if that affects the algorithm. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the 15 streak did not affect it. As you can see, we're at $95. Our biggest drawdown was minus 152. So it beat this one, minus 92, right? Let's try to get to 100. Let's keep going here. So next one will be shoe 7. So you see on occasion it needs a third shoe. Just need 5 more units. So you know what? Let's just go for it. All right, shoe 7. So this is the third shoe, right? Here we go. Oh, I just noticed we hit the $100 win goal. All right. I was pausing there to just see if we hit the goal, and it looks like we hit it right here. So 5 hands ago. Wow. Very nice. All right. So we have to update the biggest drawdown. So minus 152, biggest drawdown so far. And let's add another $100 win goal. Very nice. So it was midway through the 7th shoe where we hit it. All right, let's clear. I'm going to move on to the next shoe. So shoe number 8. Okay, this is shoe number 8. One thing to point out if you're following along, so if you see a black circle as the first result, it just means the first result is a tie, as you can see here. All right, so if you're not sure up here, just look right over here. You see the first result is green. So the first result that is not a tie is actually player. All right, here we go. Shoe number 8. All right, that is shoe number 8, currently sitting at minus $39, which is the biggest drawdown of the session. Highest was $30. Next shoe will be shoe number 9. We'll start it from here. Let's skip. All right, this is shoe 9. Oh, we've hit the $100 already. I was concentrating. I was looking at the YouTube video. I didn't want to lose my spot. So we hit it right over here. Let's see. Yeah, that's where we hit it. Very nice. So $100. And we don't need to update the highest loss amount since it's minus 39. Okay, so $400 we're up already. Now, even if we get to we just need to win one more $100 win goal, and even if we hit the minus 500, we would be break even. It's insane. All right, let's clear. Let's move on to the next shoe. Shoe 10. Okay, let's enter in shoe 10. Whoa, okay, so we have a new drawdown, minus 179. We can't enter it in yet because it may go lower. We have to hit the win goal first. Highest was $15, currently sitting at minus 139. Next bet would be 23 on player. So that is shoe 10. So we're going to go shoe 11 right here. Let's skip. Okay, I'm going to enter shoe 11. Whoa, we got down to minus 430 as the biggest drawdown. So already close to the $500 budget. Okay, currently sitting at minus 201. So we may be on the verge of a comeback here. So that was 11. We have to go to a third shoe now. All right, hopefully we recover here. Let's skip. So we have a new low, minus 430. Okay, hopefully we recover here. Let's see what happens. Okay, and I'll pause right there. Shoe 12. Okay. Wow, so we are currently sitting at $99. Okay, so we did recover. Unbelievable. Hold on, I have to see this. Let's scroll. Where was the biggest drawdown? So 430. Where? Oh, right here. Biggest drawdown was 430. Kind of went up and down here. Okay, we got the 200, 100. All right. Oh, back down to minus 305, but then it goes up. Wow, we were actually $33 in profit right over here. You know what? So technically, if you're a conservative player, you would have took the $33 minus all of the commissions, so probably would have been $15. But still, you can just restart from there. This algorithm is insane, I'm telling you. But if you choose to continue, look at this. It went back down to minus 347 right here. Minus 352. And then here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Into the green. Amazing. Look, and it took a little while to get to 100. Okay, 62. All right, you know what? $1 off, we'll take it. So 3 shoes needed, right? We're just going to type in 100 here because the other win goals we had 104 a bunch of times, right? So it balances out. But we need to update this amount. So we have a new drawdown, minus 430, right? This is important so you guys know what type of bankroll you need. So you can see that you need at least $500. And look at that. We are up $500. Okay. So that was our toughest session. So let's clear. Good. I want you guys to see the tough sessions as well. All right. Let's go ahead to shoe 13. Okay, again, the first result is a tie. So we ignore that and we take the first result that is not a tie, which is banker. All right, shoe 13, here we go. All right, so shoe 13 currently sitting at minus $72. Highest profit was $21. Lowest was minus 152. Next bet would be $22 on player. So we're gonna keep going. Next shoe would be shoe 14. Right, let's skip ahead here. Okay, shoe 14. All right, so currently sitting at $7 in profit. We got up to $65. So you know what? We're gonna have to do a third shoe. Okay, shoe 15. Let's skip ahead. First result is a tie. So if you're following me, player, the first two results of shoe 15. Here we go. Oh, I just looked up and noticed we got to our win goal. Okay, perfect. So we needed 3 shoes this time. We actually hit the win goal right here. So after $82, we got up to 102. Very nice. And biggest drawdown for this session was minus 152. So we don't need to update this number. We're just gonna enter in another $100. So look at that, $600 in profit. You could actually set your stop loss to minus $500, and even if you were to hit that, you'd still be up 100. Oh man, this algorithm, insane. Let's keep going up to 20 shoes, and then I'm going to take a little break and come back, okay? So let's skip ahead. Shoe 16. Hey, if you guys like these long format videos, I can do more of them. Less editing for me. Okay, shoe 16. Gonna wait until it's done. All right, right there. Pause. Okay, shoe 16. Here we go. All right, this one was a rough shoe so far. Highest profit, only $5. Lowest, minus 184. Currently sitting at minus 138. Let's see if we can change that. Next shoe will be 17. Let's keep going. Here we go, shoe 17. All right, we see an improvement. Currently sitting at plus $48. We got up to $77. All right, next bet would be $36 on player. So we're going to have to go into a third shoe again. So I know I said on occasion this happens, but I believe the last 3 sessions we have gone into a third shoe. All right, so shoe 18 is next. Okay, shoe 18, here we go. And I look up and I notice we have hit our win goal. Very nice. I got up to this long streak of player, 7 in a row, and I looked up. So let's see here. 102 was the highest. Okay. Where did we hit 102? Oh, right here. Okay. So we actually would have stopped here when we hit the 100. Okay. All right. So let's update. Minus 184 was the biggest drawdown for this session, so I don't need to update this. All right, let's add another 100. Okay, I'm going to do one more session, and then I'll take a break. Let's go to shoe 19 here. Shoe 19, here we go. Okay, very nice. Highest profit, $67. We have not gotten into the negative for this session. Currently sitting at $34. Next bet being $11 on banker. Shoe 20. Hopefully we can hit the win goal here, so we don't need to go to a third shoe. Okay. Oops, too far ahead. Okay, all right. Shoe 20. All right, so we went back down a little bit. So I'm going to need to play a third shoe, shoe 21. We're currently sitting at minus 75. All right, next bet is 23 on player. So I'm going to need to do a third shoe once again. That's okay. Shoe 21, here we go. Oh, there we go. We have hit the win goal. Highest 103. And we got down to minus $77. So again, we needed a third shoe. Fantastic. Let's put in another $100. Whoops. Why is this like that? All right, there we go. Okay, guys, 21 shoes in. Let's see, $2, $4, $6, $800 in profit. Biggest drawdown minus 430. I'm gonna take a break because my fingers are hurting. All right, but I'll be back to continue, starting from shoe number 22. And we're back. Let's continue. I'm gonna reset, and we're gonna go to shoe 22. All right, let's pause. Shoe 22, here we go. All right, currently sitting at minus $97. Highest profit was $52 and lowest was minus 97. Next bet would have been $16 on player. Next shoe will be 23. We'll start it from here. Let's skip ahead. All right, shoe 23, here we go. All right, that is shoe 23. Currently sitting at plus $89. Highest, we got to plus 95. And biggest drawdown for this session was minus 227. Let's go to a third shoe since we're sitting at $89. We want to get close to the $100 mark. So we'll start shoe 24 from here. All right, again, the first result is a tie for this shoe, which is why you see the black circle. So the first result that is not a tie is player. Shoe 24, here we go. Oh, all right. So I just noticed we hit the $100 win goal. I stopped right here, column 54. You can see the two banks. All right, perfect. So biggest drawdown minus 227. So we do not need to update this, but we'll go ahead and add in another 100. I'm not sure why this is white. Let me do that. Okay, so $900 up, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Very nice. Let's move on to shoe 25. I'm going to reset. All right, shoe 25. I'm trying to get this done as fast as I can for you guys. Here we go. All right, highest profit, $67. Lowest, minus 20. Currently sitting at $54, with the next bet being a $9 bet on player. Shoe 26, we'll start from here. I'm doing it this way so you guys can follow along if you choose to do so. And you can see that I'm entering in the hands as I go. All right, shoe 26. Here we go. And We hit the win goal once again. Very nice. So we hit it right over here. All right, so we would have stopped here. Beautiful. 2 shoes needed this time. Biggest drawdown for this session, minus $97. So we're going to keep this the same. Add another 100. $1,000 in the bank. So even if your stop loss was minus 500, you'd still be up $500. All right, reset. Shoe 27. Let's keep going. And I'll pause it right there. Okay, 27. Shoe 27, currently sitting $71 in profit. Highest was $82. Lowest minus 16. Next bet is $9 on player. Shoe 28, we'll start from here. Whoa, look at this banker heavy shoe. Oh my goodness. Player did not drop since column 5 right here, and it's all banker. That is insane. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, I just noticed we hit the win goal of $100 right over here. Okay, so no need to continue. The drawdown was minus 16. Let's add another 100. Okay, beautiful. Move on to shoe 29. So 2 shoes needed once again. That is what I expect most of the time. Okay. Shoe 29. Here we go. All right, highest profit, $67. Lowest, minus 28. Currently sitting at $48 in profit. Next bet would be $6 on banker. Shoe 30, start it from here. Okay, shoe 30. Here we go. All right, I made it to this column here, 44, with the player streak of 6. And notice we hit the win goal right here, $100. Biggest drawdown for this session, minus 28. So no need to update that. Let's add another $100. This is insane. More on par with what I expect. 2 shoes to get to the win goal. I know we went to 3 shoes a bunch of times, but it happens on occasion. All right, let's clear. Let's go to the next shoe, 31. Oops. All right. Again, you could slow down the video or pause it to see if I'm entering in the hands correctly. All right, shoe 31. Here we go. Okay, highest $85 in profit, lowest minus $5. Currently sitting at $82. Next bet $7 on banker. Shoe 32, we'll start from here. Okay, shoe 32, here we go. Oh, I need to stop. We hit the win goal. Where was it? Right here. $100. So we would have stopped right there. 2 shoes needed again. Biggest drawdown minus $5 only. Great. Let's add another 100 to the bank. And clear. Let's move on to shoe 33. A lot of chops for shoe 33. Let's see what happens here. Here we go. All right. Highest profit was $71, which is what we are currently sitting on. Lowest minus $14. And next bet would be $8 on banker. So shoe 34 is next. Start it from here. You can see that it handles most patterns very nicely, this algorithm. Okay, if you're following along, again, the first result is a tie. So the first result that is not a tie is player. Okay, shoe 34. And we can stop right here. We actually hit the $100 back here. Very nice. Lowest was only minus 14. Okay. Another $100 for us. Clear. Let's keep things moving. Shoe 35. All right, here we go. Shoe 35. Okay, highest profit $32, lowest minus 23, currently sitting at $18 in profit. Next bet would be $9 on player. Shoe 36 is next. We'll start it from here. Shoe 36, here we go. And we've hit the win goal. It was right here. So 101. Biggest drawdown was minus $58 for the shoe. So I don't think we're going to need to update this for a while unless we get past this drawdown. All right, let's add another $100 in the bank. Reset. Let's keep going here. Shoe 37. Again, first result is a tie. So first result that is not a tie is player. Shoe 37. Here we go. Okay, highest profit was $18, currently sitting at minus $137, and the lowest was minus $139. Next bet would be $26 on Banker. So we're down right now. Shoe 38. We'll start from here. Okay, shoe 38. Here we go. And very nice. So it looks like we did hit the win goal just a hand ago, $100. So we got down to minus 161 before recovering. And this was two shoes, right? Yeah, shoe 38 and 37 here. Okay. All right, perfect. Two shoes again, recovered nicely. No need to update this. Let's add another $100 to the bank. Reset. Let's continue. Shoe 39. Here we go, shoe 39. Okay, highest profit $48, lowest minus $44, which is what we're currently sitting at. Next bet would be $28 on Banker. All right, shoe 40 is next. We'll start it from there. Okay, shoe 40. Here we go. And we've hit the win goal once again. Right here, 102. We would have stopped. Two shoes needed once again. Very nice. Biggest drawdown for this session, minus 136. Okay, let's add another 100 to the bank. Let's see how much we are currently up. So $1,700. Insane. All right, that was shoe 40. I'm going to take a little break and I'll be back for more. And we're back. Let's do another 20 shoes. I'm going to clear this. So we're going to start from shoe 41. Let's make this green. So currently up $1,700. Let's skip ahead. Shoe 41. Okay, here we go. Shoe 41, highest profit $71, lowest minus $10, currently sitting at minus $10. Next bet would be $5 on banker. Okay, shoe 42, we'll start that from there. Okay, here we go. Whoa, so we got down to minus $230. Currently sitting at minus 80. So we're going to have to go into a third shoe. Next bet would be $41 on player. All right, so next shoe is 43. We'll start that from here. So biggest drawdown for this session was minus 230, and we're currently sitting at minus 80, so we made a little bit of a comeback. Let's see if we can recover and hit the win goal here. Okay, shoe 43. Here we go. Oh, we hit the win goal. I stopped right here, column 56. Very nice. So we did recover. Let's see. Okay, right here. So we hit that $100. Not before that, right? Okay, very nice. So a third shoe is needed here. And biggest drawdown stayed at minus 230. Okay, let's add another 100 into the mix. All right, very nice. Beautiful. All right, let's reset. Keep it moving here. Shoe 44. Here we go. Shoe 44. All right. Highest profit, $52. Lowest, minus 19. Currently sitting at $28 in profit. Next bet, $2 on banker. Next shoe will be 45. All right, again, if you're following me, first result of this shoe is a tie. All right, so we're going to enter player as the first result. Shoe 45, here we go. And we've hit the win goal. Sorry, I sometimes have to just keep looking at the YouTube video to make sure I don't lose focus. So we hit the win goal right here, $100. This was an easy session. We only got down to minus 19. Very nice. Let's add in another $100 in profit. $1,900 now. All right, let's reset. Let's go to shoe 46. Here we go. Shoe 46. Okay, highest profit, only $12. Biggest drawdown, minus 108. Currently sitting at negative $33. Next bet, $21 on banker. Shoe 47, we'll start from there. And here we go, shoe 47. Whoa, so we got down to minus $368. Highest profit 70, but we are currently sitting at minus 76. So we did make a little bit of a recovery from our lowest drawdown. Next bet would be $49 on banker. So this was 2 shoes. We're gonna need a third shoe here. So shoe 48 is next. We'll start it from there. So we're at minus 76 right now. Not too bad. We have a good chance at recovering. And I'll pause it right there. Okay, shoe 48. Here we go. And I noticed we hit the win goal right over here, 102. Oh, actually, no, sorry. My fault. Wow, I went way ahead. We actually hit it up here. So shoe 48 started here. And we hit the win goal here. So we would have stopped. Very nice recovery. So we got close to our biggest drawdown. Remember, our biggest drawdown so far is minus 430. We got down to minus 368 before recovering. All right, let's add another $100 to the bank. $2,000 in profit minus the banker commissions, of course. All right, let's keep rolling here. Shoe 49 is next. Here we go, shoe 49. Whoa, okay, not off to a good start for shoe 49. We had a high of only $2, 2 units. Biggest drawdown, minus 216. Currently sitting at minus 208 with the next bet being $21 on player. So shoe 50, halfway through this video. This is 100 random shoes, right? Halfway through. All right, let's skip ahead. Shoe 50. Can we recover here? Hopefully so. It looks like a banker heavy shoe. All right, let's pause and shoe 50. Here we go. Okay, so we went down even more, minus 357. Okay, currently setting at minus 304. All right, so we're gonna have to go into a third shoe, shoe 51. Okay, next bet would be $65 on player. So hopefully we don't hit the minus $500 bankroll. So let's see what happens here. I'm gonna skip ahead. Hopefully we can recover. A little nervous for this shoe. All right, let's pause it here. Shoe 51, here we go. Oh, look at that. We recovered. Unbelievable. Wow. So we got down to minus 470. Wait, what was our biggest drawdown? It was minus 430. So we have a new high on the biggest drawdown. Wow. Hold on, let's take a look at this. Unbelievable. This algorithm is insane. So it almost got down to minus $500, $30 off, but it recovered. All right, here is the minus 470. This was the biggest drawdown here. All right, let's see. 407, 452. So it went up, down. Here it starts to go down a bit. Minus 266. All right. Back to 320 here. Wow, look at this. Up and down, but it won mostly. And we're in the profit here, plus 35. And it hit the $100 right here. Wow, amazing. All right, so we're going to have to update some numbers here. So new biggest drawdown, minus 470. I didn't think we would get a update on this sell. Okay. All right, at least we recovered. Let's add in another $100. Wow. All right, let's reset. Let's go to shoe 52. Shoe 52, here we go. Okay, another rough start here. Highest profit, only $8. Biggest drawdown for the session, minus 167. But we're currently sitting at minus 78. Next bet, $26 on player. Next shoe will be 53. Shoe 53, here we go. Wow, we actually got it down to minus 415. Wow, but we are currently sitting at $49, so that's not too bad. Let me see the drawdown here. Oh, right here. Okay, so we got down to minus 415. But we made a little bit of a recovery, so we're not sitting too bad. $49 in profit. Next bet is $13 on Banker. So this is 2 shoes, right? Yeah, 53 here, 52. So let's go into a third shoe. Shoe 54. Okay, here we go. Shoe 54. And we've hit the win goal. Beautiful. Amazing. All right, so we hit the win goal right here. All right, so got close once again, but our biggest drawdown remains at minus 470. So no need to update that. Let's add another $100. We are up to 2,200 in profit. Beautiful. Reset. Let's go to shoe 55. So you're seeing all sorts of different patterns and different shoes along the way here. And you're seeing how the algorithm handles it. Okay, shoe 55. Let's go. Okay, highest profit $42, biggest drawdown minus $53. Currently sitting at minus $26, with the next bet being $18 on player. Shoe 56, we'll start it from there. All right, here we go with shoe 56. All right, so we got down to minus $352. Our high was $42, but we're sitting at minus $68. Not too bad. Next bet is $52 on Banker. So we're going to need a third shoe here. Yeah. So again, for my conservative players, look at this. If you reach the $5 mark here, we would have been in profit. Well, probably break even because of the commissions. You could have just restarted if you wanted to, right? Just to keep that in mind. All right, so shoe 57, we have to go into a third shoe now. All right, here we go. Shoe 57. Oh, wait, stop. We hit the win goal. Awesome. Wow. All right, so we started shoe 57 here. Okay, got down to minus 11 and then back down to 179, 180, back and forth. Okay, and then Yeah, so right here we hit the win goal. Beautiful. And biggest drawdown for the session was minus 352. So no need to update this. Let's add another $100 into the bank. Up to 2,300 now. All right, let's reset. I'm going to try to go to 60 shoes here. And then I'll take a break and come back. So let's move on to shoe 58. All right, again, the first result is a tie. So the first non-tie result is player. Here we go, shoe 58. Okay, highest profit $64. Biggest drawdown minus $20. Currently sitting at plus $20 with the next bet being $19 on banker. Let's go to shoe 59. Another shoe with the first result being a tie. So we're going to take the first non-tie result, which is banker. All right, if you're following along, just keep that in mind. All right, here we go. Shoe 59 starts off with two bankers. And we've hit the win goal. Pretty nice session here. All right, we hit the win goal right here, 103. All right, very nice. Biggest drawdown, only minus $20. Okay, let's enter in. I'm not sure why the font is white here. Gotta change it to a different color so you can see. So 2,400 now in profit. All right, let's do one more so we can get to 60. Although we may need 2 to 3 shoes. So another shoe with the first result being a tie. All right, pause. Here we go, shoe 60. This part is a little tricky if you're following along. So this is a 7 streak of banker, and then followed up by 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can confirm it right here, okay? If you need to, right? If you get confused, just wanted to point that out. So 10 streak of player right now. All right, so highest profit for shoe 60, $12. Biggest drawdown minus 180. Currently sitting at minus $52. Next bet $9 on banker. So we're gonna have to go into another shoe here. It's okay, 61. After this session, I will take another break. All right, let's see. And we'll pause it there. All right, shoe 61. Here we go. And I noticed we hit the win goal, so I'm going to stop right there. Beautiful. Okay, we actually hit it back here. Very nice. So we got down to minus 180. Not too bad. All right. Yeah, perfect. Let's add another $100 to our bank. Look at that, $2,500. Even if you set your stop loss to minus 500 and you hit the stop loss, you'd be up $2,000 still. Unbelievable. All right, guys, I'm going to take another break and then I'll be back for another 20 shoes. And we're back. Let's continue from shoe 62. All right, let's clear. I'm going to skip ahead. So let's do another 20 shoes here. All right, here we go. Shoe 62. Okay, highest profit, $65. Lowest was minus $5. Currently sitting at $41, with the next bet being $18 on Banker. Shoe 63, we'll start from here. Okay, let's skip ahead. All right, I'm going to pause it there. Here we go, shoe 63. And we've hit the win goal of $100. That was right here. All right, perfect. Biggest drawdown for the session was minus 154. All right, let's add another $100 to the bank. We're up to $2,600 in profit. I'm going to reset. Skip to shoe 64. All right, here we go with shoe 64. Highest profit, $51. Biggest drawdown, minus 56. Currently sitting at minus $52. Next bet, $11 on player. The next shoe is 65. Start it from there. Let's keep going. Here we go, shoe 65. Okay, we went down actually for this shoe. So biggest drawdown at minus 264, currently sitting at minus 264. Next bet being a $35 bet on Banker. All right, so let me just see something. All right, so this was the second shoe. We're going to need a third shoe, obviously. So shoe 66, we'll start that from here. Here we go, shoe 66. Oh, okay. So we did hit the $100 win goal. Let me see if I missed it. No, so we hit it one hand ago. Beautiful. So we did make a recovery. Biggest drawdown stayed at minus 264. 3 shoes needed this time. All right. So no need to update this number. Minus 470 still the biggest drawdown. But we can add another $100 to the bank. Very nice. Let's clear. And let's move on to shoe 67. Okay, ready for shoe 67. All right, highest profit $93, biggest drawdown minus 34, currently sitting at plus $89. Next bet is a $2 bet on Banker. All right, let's go to the next shoe since we're looking for the $100 win goal. Here we go, shoe 68. Oh, I noticed we hit the win goal. Very nice. So that was right over here, 101. Okay, biggest drawdown only minus $34. Fantastic. Let's add another $100 to the bank. Okay, let's go. Shoe 69. Here we go with shoe 69. Highest profit, $20. Biggest drawdown, minus 107. Currently sitting at minus $98, with the next bet being $25 on player. Shoe 70, start from here. Okay, gonna skip ahead. Shoe 70, here we go. Okay, highest profit $94. Biggest drawdown at minus 278. Currently sitting at $94. All right, so that was two shoes. Next bet is $1 on banker. All right, let's go to a third shoe since we need 6 more units for our win goal. And that's going to be shoe 71. Okay, here we go. Shoe 71. And it looks like we hit our win goal right over here. Beautiful. So the biggest drawdown stayed at minus 278. No need to update. 3 shoes were needed here. All right. Let's add another $100 to the bank. Okay, clear. Let's move on to shoe 72. Here we go, shoe 72. All right, so highest profit $76, biggest drawdown minus 39, currently sitting at plus $54. Next bet $10 on player. Moving on to shoe 73. Okay, here we go with shoe 73. Fantastic. Another win goal was reached right here. Okay, biggest drawdown only minus $39. All right, let's add another $100 to the bank. And look at that. We've hit the $3,000 mark. Unbelievable. This algorithm is insane. Wow. Okay, so let's go to shoe 74 now. I'm just thinking, even if we were to hit the minus $500 stop loss and we just simply keep on playing, we would be up 2,500. Even if we hit 2 stop losses, we'd be up 2 grand. What? This is unbelievable. All right, anyways, here we go. Shoe 74. Okay, highest profit reached $50. Biggest drawdown minus $39. Currently sitting at $5 in profit. Next bet $10 on player. Shoe 75 is next. I'm going to skip ahead here. Here we go, shoe 75. And it looks like we've reached another win goal. Beautiful. Okay, so actually back here, we hit the $100 here, we would have stopped. And we only went down minus $39 as the biggest loss. All right, another $100 in the bank. Up to $3,100 now in profit. All right, let's keep going. Shoe 76 is next. Here we go, shoe 76. Okay, highest profit $67. Biggest drawdown minus $8. Currently sitting at a $2 profit, with the next bet being $18 on player. 77 will be next. I'm going to skip ahead here. Here we go, shoe 77. Okay, so we got up to $96, so 4 units off of the win goal. Biggest drawdown stayed minus 36, and we're currently sitting at $46 in profit. So we're gonna have to, this was the second shoe, right? Yeah, so we're gonna have to go into a third shoe. Next bet would be $10 on player. All right, so 78 is next. Honestly, if you were playing it live, you can easily stop at the $96 profit range, right? But it's okay. This is just a demonstration, so let's keep going. Again, if you're following me, the first result of this shoe is a tie. So the first non-tie result is banker, okay? All right, here we go. Shoe 78. Oh, I just noticed we hit the win goal. All right, perfect. So right here, 103. And we only got down to minus $36. All right, let's add another $100 to the bank. Excellent. Let's reset. Shoe 79 is next. Here we go, shoe 79. Okay, highest profit $83. Biggest drawdown minus $91. Currently sitting at $83 in profit. Next bet $7 on banker. All right, shoe 80. Once again, the first result is a tie, so the first non-tie result is player. Here we go, shoe 80. And it looks like we hit the win goal once again. Right here is where we would have stopped. Biggest drawdown, only minus $91. So let's add another $100 to the bank. Wow. All right. Let's see here. Should we take a break or should I knock out the rest of the shoes? You know what? I'm gonna keep going. Let's. There's 20 shoes remaining. Let's knock them all out. I don't need a break. Let's keep going here. This is unbelievable, guys. So let's keep going. Let's finish the 100 shoes. All right, here we go. Shoe 81. Okay, shoe 81, highest profit was $60. Biggest drawdown, minus 36. $2 in profit right now. Next bet is $22 on banker. All right, let's go. Let's move. Let's move quickly here. Trying to get all 100 shoes done for you guys. Shoe 82, here we go. And we hit another win goal. Biggest drawdown went down to minus 178. But we did hit the win goal right here, 101. So no need to update the biggest drawdown, but we can add another $100 to the bank. All right, let's keep it moving. 3,400 in profit. Unbelievable. This is insane. Shoe 83. Here we go. Okay, $81, highest profit. Biggest drawdown, minus $42. Currently sitting at a $77 profit. Next bet, $1 on player. Next shoe will be number 84. Okay, here we go. Shoe 84. All right, we actually went down a little bit. So highest profit $83, biggest drawdown minus 234, but we're currently sitting at minus $93 with the next bet being a $35 bet on player. So we're going to have to go into another shoe 85. Okay, let's see if this thing recovers. Shoe 85, here we go. Wow, we did hit the win goal. This is unbelievable. What is going on here? Wow. Look at that, guys. All right, so up, down, up, down. We actually got to $3 in profit here. Back down and then back up to 6 here. And we hit the win goal right here. Wow. This algorithm, I'm just lost for words. I'm waiting for it to get down to minus 500. That is insane. All right, so 3 shoes needed here. No need to update the biggest drawdown. We're just going to add the $100 win goal to our bank. All right, let's clear. Move on to shoe 86. 3,500 in profit. Wow. All right, here we go. Shoe 86. Highest profit $90. Biggest drawdown minus 19. Currently sitting at $89 in profit with the next bet being $4 on player. Okay, we're going to go to shoe 87 here. Okay, here we go with shoe 87. And it looks like we've hit the win goal right here. Biggest drawdown, only minus $19. So let's add another $100 to the bank. Perfect. Reset. Let's go to shoe 88. All right, here we go. Shoe 88. Okay, highest profit $51. Biggest drawdown minus $47, currently sitting at minus $32, with the next bet being $3 on player. Shoe 89 is next. Here we go with shoe 89. And we've hit the win goal once again. That was right here, 101. That is where we would have stopped. Biggest drawdown was minus 140. Okay, so no need to update. Let's add another $100. Okay, shoe 90. 10 more shoes to go. Almost there, guys. 3,700 in profit. Wow. Okay, shoe 90. Here we go. Very nice. So highest profit $90, biggest drawdown minus 16, currently sitting at the highest profit $90. Next bet $3 on banker. All right, shoe 91 is next. Okay, let's see if we can hit the $100 win goal. Here we go, shoe 91. Okay, so we actually went down a little bit. Got down to minus $80. Currently sitting at minus 50. Next bet $31 on banker. So we're gonna need another shoe here. Shoe 92. All right, let's skip ahead. Again, the first result is a tie here. So the first non-tie result is player. Here we go. Shoe 92. And we hit the $100 once again. So we went down to minus 112 before hitting our win goal right here, 100. Very nice. 3 shoes were needed there. Let's add another $100 to the bank. Okay. Almost done, guys. Almost done. Let's move on to shoe 93. I want to knock these out as fast as I can for you guys. Okay, shoe 93. Here we go. Okay, our high was $15 for the session. Biggest drawdown, minus 141. Currently sitting at minus 141. Next bet, $30 on player. So shoe 94, we'll start from here. Okay, here we go. Shoe 94. And we've hit the win goal. Wow, right here. $100. So we got down to minus 171. All right. Let's add another $100 to the bank. This is insane. I'm super confident now because even if we were to hit a minus $500 stop loss, we'd still be up because we are up $3,900. Wow. All right. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Almost done. Shoe 95 is next. And here we go with shoe 95. All right, highest profit was $40. Biggest drawdown, minus $98. Currently sitting at minus $78, with the next bet being $16 on banker. Okay, shoe 96. Hey, even if we hit the stop loss, we're still going to be in profit, so it'll be all right. Okay, shoe 96. Here we go. And we've hit the win goal once again. Right over here, 103. This is where we would have stopped. Biggest drawdown, only minus 112. All right, let's add another $100. And we've reached $4,000 in profit. All right, 4 more shoes to go here. Let's go. Shoe 97. It looks like a banker heavy shoe. This algorithm, as you guys can see, handles all sorts of different shoes well. It doesn't focus on one thing. It's a combination of different bets along with a combination of different betting strategies. It's very complicated. All right, here we go. Shoe 97. Okay, highest profit for the session was $45. Biggest drawdown, minus $23. Currently sitting at minus 6. Next bet, $19 on player. All right, shoe 98. Here we go, shoe 98. And we've reached the win goal. Unbelievable. Okay, we've reached it right here. Biggest drawdown, only minus $77. So let's enter in another $100. 2 more shoes left. Almost at the finish line, guys. This video here was 1 hour and 39 minutes. Okay, so we're powering through these shoes. Shoe 99 and 100 left. Even if we hit a stop loss, we're still okay. But let's see what happens these last 2 shoes. Okay, shoe 99. Okay, we're up. We have a chance to hit another win goal. So highest profit, $65. Biggest drawdown, only minus $9. Currently sitting at plus $22, with the next bet being $16 on player. Here we go, guys. The big 100. Last shoe of this video. Shoe 100. And it starts with 2 ties. All right, let's get to the end of the video here. Okay, so since this is the last shoe, even if we don't hit the win goal, it's okay. I'm going to enter in the entire shoe, and whatever number this is, we'll go with that. All right, here we go. Last shoe. It's going to start off with player. All right, if you're following along. Wow, we hit it. Shoe 100, we hit another win goal. Where was that? It was right here, 101. And this is where we would have stopped. Unbelievable. Let's enter in another $100. So check this out. 100 shoes, all of them beat within a $500 budget. Biggest drawdown out of the 100 shoes was minus $470, which means if you only had a budget of $500, you would have made $4,200 minus the banker commissions, of course. So this number would probably be closer to $4,000. I don't know what else to say. So, like I said, I tested close to 1,000 shoes. I simulated it, right? And I did another 100 off of a random YouTube video for you guys. So that's close to 1,100 shoes where this algorithm reaches $100 with a $1 unit size, staying within the $500 budget, which is unbelievable to me. We could have hit our stop loss multiple times and still be in the green. So if you want to know how I personally use this algorithm, combining it with the compound interest spreadsheet, you can pick up my new algorithm course. Your mind will be blown. So I can't wait for you guys to check that out. This algorithm spreadsheet, along with 2 other new algorithm spreadsheets, will be available to you in the course. So you will have access to all 3. The other 2 are fantastic as well. I just wanted to preview this one because this is the best one as of yet. So I hope you enjoyed this product preview. Thank you for supporting my channel. I will see you inside my brand new algorithm course.